Hi, my name is Niels, and normally I work in my company called Whiskey Business. I do conceptual drawings of concepts and processes, and from time to time I also do cultural project management. I sit at the platform 4, and next to me, Mads Bang-Pedersen. He has his company called Brand State, and he does. He's an advisor and fundraiser for cultural projects. So one day he asked me if we should do a free ebook on project management, which I of course thought was a good idea. And when we talk about project management, we're not talking like corporate. It's about a project maker who has an idea and then some ambitions for a result. And between that, there's a process, project management. And this can be kind of chaotic, especially because the results we're looking at is cultural projects. So it can be anything from concerts, fabrication of, for instance, this unique product, sporting events, or for instance an exhibition. And my own experience is that the people who do these projects, they are very focused on the result. They're skilled in doing content, but they're kind of afraid of paperwork and project management. Maybe not their strong side, and maybe that's a generalization. So the idea of this free ebook is to make it easier to make the step into doing project management. And it's going to be about 20 pages long, and it's going to be available on this Friday, like in 2 days. The content will be these 4 themes. It's planning, it's networking, it's communication, and then it's financing. So, planning, that's about getting an overview of all the tasks that you have to do and try to identify them and also try to freeze them a bit, because there's a lot of variables. So for instance, like a puzzle, you use corners and then you work your way into the middle, where it gets more and more chaotic. And as in networking, you have a group in the middle close to you that you work together with, and then around it is kind of this uncharted territory, which you need help to find all kinds of resources. And communication can take many forms, of course: video, speaking, websites, something written. And it's of course both internally and externally in the group you work in, the collaborators, and also the people participating in this cultural event. And finally, financing can be done in a lot of ways. For instance, funding or sponsoring. It can also be selling a product. It can be a good idea to work with both a minimum budget, what you really need, and then a dream budget for the high ambitions of the project. But in the end, it comes down to human capacities. For instance, being like rational about your planning, being trustworthy in your network, being open in your communication, and what's the last one?
It's responsibility.
Responsibility. Good.
In financing.
And another view on this is a project cycle, that you have a concept that will in the end be executed, and between that there's all kinds of like planning tools which are pretty easy to use. The content will be a mix between advice and tools and hyperlinks and video. So it's going to be interactive ebook. And the idea is that this Friday the first edition comes out, made by me and Mads, and then a second edition will be made in February, and we want some more people to contribute. So maybe it will also become a third and fourth edition, but right now it's kind of a prototype. So we're also going to seek project makers who have an idea and maybe have used the book to make their project, who want to give feedback and inputs for this second edition. And another perspective of the project is to make education or lectures, workshops, like standing on this book or using this book, and then try to do project management. And if you want to follow the project, we have a website called verdensmarteste.dk. You can also sign up for the book, and you can sign up so you will get it received. And on next Friday, or this Friday, from 6 to 4 at platform 4, or from 4 to 6, we're having a presentation. And some sort of reception where we will interview some local project makers. And if you're staying after 6, Karma Kitchen will make a nice free dinner. Thank you.